Welcome to today's health seminar. As usual, being a Sunday, we normally meet and we discuss matters health. And today we are especially privileged because we have a special guest speaker who is going to talk to us about a very, very important topic in our health, the matter of weight management, how to manage your weight and keep it at a healthy level. And this is none other than Dr. Rubia, and he's going to take us through it and really tell us how should we be able to take care of our weight so that we don't become too overweight and we can have the right weight and what implication that has on our health. So without further ado, I want to welcome Dr. Rubia. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, Fred. And thank you all for joining in on this important session of healthy weight management. Great. Maybe you are one of the people who have always had a resolution of making sure that you reduce your weight every year. And for whatever reason, it might not be working for you. This presentation is there to help you look at what you're doing well and see what you can improve. I'll give you suggestions, and I look forward to all of us learning from this process. This presentation will be structured as follows. We'll go through the basics of weight management because there are things we need to know as we plan to manage our weight. Secondly, we look at weight loss strategies, ways in which that you can be successful in losing weight. And lastly, what Neolife as a brand has as a solution in terms of weight loss management. Let's begin with the first thing, which is what are these fundamentals when it comes to weight and weight management? First and foremost, perhaps you're like me. Have you heard of the word BMI, the term BMI? If you have or have not rather, BMI stands for body mass index, and it's a calculation to estimate the amount of fat you could be having in your body. And it's a derivative of your weight in kilograms divided by the height squared in meters squared. Once you calculate your weight over height squared, you get your body mass index or the BMI. The normal BMI is 18.5 to 24.9. If you have less than that, you are considered underweight. And if you have more than that, you are either considered overweight if it's between 25 to 29.9, or obese if it's above 30. That's crucial in weight management as it will help you gauge how you're doing in your weight loss strategies. The next thing that's important for us to know is why, if in case you're obese or you're overweight, what does that expose you? To your left, you'll see an obese person, a representation of an obese person. And these are the health risks: breathing disorders, including difficulties in sleeping, cancers, as I'll show you next, diabetes, usually type 2, depression, because this also affects your self-esteem, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, stroke, and arthritis. You may have had a relative, a friend who may have these effects. Perhaps you yourself could be going through this. These are the cancers that have been associated with being overweight or obese: meningioma, breast cancer, multiple myeloma, cancer of the gallbladder, the endometrium, which is in the uterus, ovarian cancer, colon and rectum cancer, to name a few. Not only do you risk these conditions, but cancer, which we know is an increasing health risk, is also as a result of being overweight or obese. It's important to understand what cholesterol is so that we get our facts straight and right from the word go. Cholesterol is a waxy fat-like substance produced by the liver and found in all the cells of your body. So it's a naturally occurring substance in your body and it's produced by the liver. Your body needs some cholesterol to make hormones. That's why it's produced in the body, vitamin D, and substances that help you digest food. So it has a use in the body. And our bodies make all the cholesterol it needs. We do not need additional cholesterol. Someone, if they take these foods like egg yolks, meat, and cheese, may end up having cholesterol, or rather, these foods are rich sources of cholesterol. If you have too much cholesterol in your blood, it can combine with other substances in the blood to form plaque. And this is important because plaque sticks to the walls of your arteries. The arteries are the blood vessels that carry blood to your heart. This buildup of plaque is known as atherosclerosis. It's not so hard, just atherosclerosis, where sclerosis means narrowing or thinning. And what this does is that it can lead to coronary heart disease in the heart and stroke in the brain. This diagram helps us understand this better, that if we have high levels of cholesterol in our bodies, the plaque develops, it builds up, and once it ruptures, a clot can form, blocking the flow of blood in the bodies, leading to things like stroke and coronary artery disease. Coronary artery is the blood vessels at the heart level. The complications of atherosclerosis in the brain include a stroke. In the heart, you can have a heart attack. Kidneys, you can have kidney failure, erectile dysfunction for men, and peripheral artery disease in the legs. Cholesterol travels through the blood on proteins known as lipoproteins. And there are two types of lipoproteins that carry cholesterol to and from the cells. LDL, also known as low density lipoprotein, and HDL, high density lipoprotein. You may have heard of the terms good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. We'll just go to that in a short while. Cholesterol can be classified according to the lipoprotein that carries it. If LDL carries the cholesterol, it's known as bad cholesterol. And why is it called bad? It's because the high LDL levels lead to the buildup of plaque, which we saw in the arteries. However, the good cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, carries cholesterol from other parts of your body back to your liver, helping therefore maintain that level of cholesterol, because your liver will finally remove the cholesterol from your body. That differentiates the good from the bad cholesterol. We've talked about the basics, which included the body mass index as a measure of whether you are of normal weight, underweight, overweight, or obese. We also went to talk about cholesterol. Understand that it's a natural occurring substance in our body with important functions, such as making of hormones and vitamin D. We have good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, LDL or HDL, and all these need to be maintained in the body. Now we are going to go straight into strategies of making sure that we manage our health, our weight healthily. Now, before you begin on any weight loss program, it's important to consult your doctor prior, because you could be having conditions such as arthritis, such as diabetes, such as high blood pressure, and that could affect the foods that you need to eat or the particular exercises that you can or cannot do. Things like age also determine. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen, to consult your doctor before beginning any weight loss program. For loss of weight, you should incorporate healthy lifestyle changes. That's the backbone of everything when it comes to matters weight. And these lifestyle changes should be, one, sustainable, and two, achievable for you to successfully lose weight. When it comes to sustaining weight loss, we look at the 5 following factors. The first thing is a healthy, balanced diet. You are what you eat. And that's why sometimes it will be shown through a kitambi or through malnutrition if you're underweight. So a healthy, balanced diet is very important when it comes to losing weight. You also need ample water or fluids, because water is needed to absorb nutrients in the body and to transport blood in the body. So the more adequate your water intake is, roughly 2 liters per day, the better you are or higher chances you have in losing weight. Sleep is important. Without proper sleep, your body is not able to regain its function. If you, for example, have an exercise regimen that leads you to lose a lot of weight, your body still needs to recover through that process. And that's why sleep is important. Just like sleep, we need to manage stress. Stress management not only affects your mentality when it comes to weight loss, but it also affects what you eat. So make sure that if your stress levels are above or are high, you need to at least try to control it so that you can be able to go through your weight loss program successfully and therefore lose weight. The last thing is routine exercise. Routine in this case means trying to do it at least 3 times a day and for around 45 minutes, or until a point you break a sweat, you start sweating. So these routine exercises do not necessarily need to be in a gym, but could include walking, running, or doing exercises even at home with your family. But it needs to be routine, meaning it's on a regular basis. And remember, you need to consult your doctor before trying some of these exercises. We've talked about how to make sure that your weight loss strategies are sustainable. To make them achievable, it's important to have a strong support system. This could include the people at home, your family, your friends, people like nutritionists, your doctor, or any other person that could be helping you in your weight loss program. You could be eating well, but the people around you, for example, are causing you stress. So we have to know how to balance all this, and that's why a support system is important when trying to lose weight. Now, for you to make sure that you're losing a good amount in a short amount of time, try to target losing 450 to 900 grams, or that's the equivalent of 1 to 2 pounds per week, because this will be more consistent. We don't want to lose weight and therefore end up eating a lot to gain the same weight we lost. So 450 to 900 grams is a good estimate, which is 1 to 2 pounds per week. Secondly, try to minimize muscle loss. Remember, as we lose fat, we could also lose muscle. So, and this muscle is important because it helps in maintaining your resting energy expenditure. What does that mean? When we are at rest, like the way you are right now listening to me, you are losing energy or calories. And these calories at rest are what are maintaining your basic physiological functions like breathing, pumping the blood from your heart. All that is now the resting energy expenditure. When you have good muscle, it helps maintain it at a normal rate. If you end up losing muscle, it may mean your resting energy expenditure will affect unexpected or not end up losing weight at all, depending. When it comes to a healthy diet, it's important to target foods with low glycemic index. These foods include most fruits and vegetables, beans, and whole grains. What this does, foods with low glycemic index cause your blood sugar levels to rise and fall slowly, helping you feel fuller for longer and control your appetite. If foods that have high glycemic index are taken, your blood sugar levels will rise and fall rapidly. That may mean you'll end up feeling hungrier, and therefore you need to get the energy lost, you eat more. So hence the need to target low glycemic index food like whole grains. That's where you control your appetite and lose weight. Sometimes high quality meal replacements are recommended, like protein shakes. These meal replacements would end up replacing, for example, your breakfast or your lunch or your supper. And these quality meal replacements, by definition, are drinks, shakes, bars, soups, etc., intended to substitute a solid food meal. The beauty of these meal replacements is that they have controlled quantities of calories and nutrients. Calories, we just mean energy in a nutshell, and the nutrients. So for you to also have when you target a high quality meal replacement, we'll have to look at certain factors, which you'll see shortly. And also, it's important in your weight loss strategy to consider high protein diets, and we'll see why. So let's talk about the meal replacements. They should be expertly formulated, nutritionally balanced, meaning proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, etc. are balanced well, and they are clinically validated. There is science to back it up. When it comes to high protein diets, they preserve muscle mass while promoting fat loss because proteins help build muscle. High protein diets also have high thermic effect. This means that the thermic effect is the effect when your whatever you eat is helped, is burned, or that there's energy used to digest it so that it turns the food into fuel for cells. So proteins use high energy to burn food, to burn them. And this helps, therefore, control your weight because you're also losing weight. Not only are you losing weight from your exercise, for example, but in eating these proteins, there's a lot of energy being consumed. So we've talked about now the strategies that we need to consider when choosing a weight loss management system. That means it's important to have those things moving forward so that when we talk about the following, which are the solutions that New Life as a company provides, we look at whether they actually tick all those boxes. Neolife provides the following products that helps you as a person who's trying to lose weight. One is called Amitone, which we're going to discuss. Another one is Neolife Tea. Pro Vitality is the third one. And last and not least is Neolife Shake. Note that these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent disease. They're just helping you to lose weight rather, by making sure that your calories are up to date, that you are not losing muscle, because muscle is needed to maintain your energy at rest, and that you are also healthy in the process. Let's begin with the first one, which is Amitone. Amitone is a product that supports muscle protein retention, fat mobilization, lean tissue development, and efficient metabolism. Metabolism is now breaking down your food or your food storage into energy. Amitone helps make sure that there is efficient metabolism by making sure that there is good breakdown of the muscles such that we do not lead to muscle loss, because we need to make sure that our muscle proteins are maintained throughout your weight loss program. When it mobilizes fats, it makes sure that fats are mobilized to the right areas and you do not end up gaining fat in areas that you are intending to lose fat. It also helps in tissue development, because as you plan or as you do various exercises, you end up losing tissue. That process of tissue development is maintained healthily using Amitone. The second product is Neolife Tea. I'm sure all of us, most of us, if not all of us, take tea. Consider using Neolife Tea, especially if you're planning to lose weight. What it does is that it helps promote instant energy, helps burn fat, and make sure that your metabolism in the body is efficient. The third product is Pro Vitality. Remember, we had talked about products with low glycemic index. Those are things that will make sure that once you take them, you are not losing energy too quickly or too slowly, but at a good level that maintains your appetite, so much so that you do not keep on needing to eat to replace the energy. Pro Vitality does that. It has a daily whole food nutrition system to feed, protect, regulate, and nourish cells for lifelong health. It makes sure that your proteins, carbohydrates, and vitamins are balanced, and makes sure that you get all your daily nutrition needs regardless of what you're taking in your diet. Pro Vitality is a must-have for anyone who's planning to manage their weight and lose weight. Then we have the Neolife Shake. The Neolife Shake is a meal replacement shake, clinically proven for weight loss, body fat reduction, and cardioprotective benefits. There are 3 flavors, one with berries, another one rich chocolate, another one creamy vanilla. That means it's sweet and it's fun to take. Sometimes some of us who've tried to lose weight try some particular shakes, they are not necessarily delicious, and you actually feel like you're going to die. But these ones at least are sweetened, not so much that it increases the glycemic index, but it makes sure that it has the necessary nutrients, not only for weight loss, but for body fat reduction and the cardioprotective benefits, which I'm going to talk shortly. Remember, when we talked about a meal replacement therapy or a replacement system, we said that it needs to be clinically proven and nutritionally balanced. The following study was done to show the efficacy of the Neolife Shake, and it's entitled Assessing the Efficacy of the Neolife Shake Protein-Based Meal, and it was an open-label pilot study. When this Neolife Shake was given to these participants, it led to the following. One, it clinically proved weight loss among the participants. It also proved fat loss and a BMI reduction in the participants. The healthy weight loss and cardiovascular benefits included the following: a 7.53 reduction in total cholesterol, HDL protection. Remember the good cholesterol that we talked about earlier? HDL was maintained in this case, and a total cholesterol to HDL ratio improved, which is cardioprotective, which means it protects the heart. So products like Amitone, Neolife Shake, Neolife Tea, and Provitality have been studied, and this is just an example of Neolife Shake, of what benefit it has, not only in losing weight, but in making sure that your heart health is maintained. In brief, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about BMI and helping estimate the amount of fat in the body. A body mass index of more than 25 is considered unhealthy, where you can be termed as overweight or obese, depending. Being overweight and or obese increases your risk of stroke and heart disease. We've also talked about cancer and other things like arthritis. So it's important to make sure that your weight is within the normal ranges to reduce your risk of such diseases, as they are very hard to treat and need a long-term treatment. Sustainable weight loss requires a healthy, balanced diet, ample water or fluids, adequate sleep, stress management, and routine exercises. All this will make your weight loss sustainable. Remember, we also talked about achievable weight loss. That entails having a good support system, not only from your nutritionist, if you have one, or a doctor whom we said we consult before taking on any sudden exercise or weight loss program, but also your family at home, because your wife, who loves you very much, may be feeding you excessive fats, which again you're trying to lose. So it's important to have that strong support system, not only at your health facility, but also at home. High quality meal replacements should be expertly formulated and scientifically based. The good thing with Neolife products is that all of them are evaluated by the Scientific Advisory Board that makes sure that any person who consumes this gets the benefits. The benefits are also available for anyone who wants to study them. And I'm going to give links at the end of this, actually in this presentation, to the study that I showed earlier. It's also important to note that they need to be nutritionally balanced, meaning that they're high in protein, and you still have your vitamins, your minerals, your carbohydrates being given adequately in those high quality meal replacements. That doesn't mean you do not eat your normal food. It just means that you're supplementing it with these products. We had mentioned Neolife Tea, Amitone, Provitality, and Neolife Shake. In case you are interested in getting any of these products, please reach out to someone, the person who who invited you to this health talk so that you know how to get them. Better still, you can actually join Your Life and get them at a discount. That way, you already start your weight loss program if you haven't yet. And one important thing about New Life Shake, which is a high protein shake, is that it leads to fat reduction, body mass index reduction, but also protects the high density lipoprotein, the HDL cholesterol, which is important in getting rid of the low density cholesterol, LDL. And that's why it's known as good cholesterol. So not all cholesterol is bad. Remember, cholesterol is a naturally occurring product in the body, and it's important in functions such as manufacture of vitamin D and some hormones. But it also can be hazardous to your health. If at all if it's in excess, that means it may lead to plaque formation, which leads to atherosclerosis, which could lead to conditions like high blood pressure and stroke. So it's important to make sure that what you're taking is not so high in fat content that you end up increasing your risk of stroke and heart disease. At the end of the day, if you do not take care of your weight, if you do not manage it well, more time and resources will be diverted to deal with illness. So it's important, all of us, especially even if your weight is normal, to make sure that you are consistent in managing your weight so that you can now use your time and resources for things that matter, like your work and your family. That should conclude my presentation. The references that I used to make this presentation are shown. Remember to read as much as you can, especially when it comes to meal replacement. It's important to know what you're going to take. These protein shakes, the quality must be good. And remember, at least for Neolife, there is a scientific advisory report that makes sure that it is scientifically proven to reduce weight loss while still maintain your normal muscle mass. Thank you all for your attention. And I'd like to hand it back to Fred.
Fantastic, Daktari. That was amazing. Short, precise, and sweet. There you have it, guys. Very precise and direct. Weight loss has been summarized, and we have the tips. We have the tips that we can actually go out there and share with our friends, with our relatives, on how you can be able to lose weight and keep it off, and what sustainable weight loss is all about. He has done a wonderful job. And I must tell you that these products work. Personally, I've been in this company for more than 20 years. I've used the products myself, not for weight loss, though I normally use the Neolife tea quite frequently to manage the size of my belly. My sister, who also happens to be a medic, told me that the size of your belly determines how close you are to diabetes and some of these diseases. Maybe, Doctor, you can mention something about that, about the size of the belly, because my sister told me that, and I followed it, and I've been working on it, making sure that my belly is trim. Maybe you can say something about that and visceral fat. What impact does that have? Because sometimes we see the belly, somebody with a big belly, and we think that this guy is very healthy, he's rich, and that kind of thing. What would you say about that?
Thanks for that. If your belly is not big due to pregnancy, it might be big due to fat deposits. And that's why it's important to have your weight checked on a regular basis. The bigger your belly, most probably the more overweight or the more obese you are. And this is not something that happens at once. It's something that happens over time, especially when it comes to taking fat foods or foods rich in fats and that are considered unhealthy. You end up accumulating these fats over time. Fat deposits are usually around our abdomen, and that's why it becomes a kitambi or a pronounced belly. So a good way to make sure that your weight is managed is by looking at your waist circumference. The wider your waist, the more prone you are to these conditions that I mentioned, like stroke, like coronary artery disease, like cancer. Because remember, this weight that has been accumulated over time, maybe through poor dietary choices or a sedentary lifestyle that does not involve a lot of exercise, at the end of the day, you'll have to pay for that, unfortunately. All is not lost, and that's why it's important to make sure that you know your BMI as a start and try to reduce weight through the strategies that I've mentioned, in, of course, consultation with your doctor or your nutritionist. Remember, you may not have diabetes, for example, but there's something called the pre-diabetic state, a place where your blood sugar level is high, not so much to be diagnosed as diabetic, but at a point where that it is not normal. You can still do something about it by making sure that your weight, or rather your diet, includes healthy foods with, if possible, whole grains, such as those provided in ProVitality, and make sure that you have good exercise. Good exercise, meaning you have at least alternative days of around 45 minutes of exercise that causes you to sweat. So make sure that these things are maintained so that you're not, as you increase your waist circumference, you're also increasing your risk of disease. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, yes, it does. Yes, that is a very, very important point, so that we have to demystify this whole age-old belief that the bigger your waist, the bigger your belly, the healthier you are. So that's very, very important. And I must say, in the course of being in this company, I've encountered many people who try to lose weight, and they buy the weight loss products and they lose weight rapidly for the first 1 week. Then they hit a plateau, and you find that now they are not losing weight so much within a certain period. Or some start on the weight loss program and they, for a week or two, they don't lose weight, and they start getting discouraged. And just one thing that I just want to put in there is that the body is a bit interesting, because sometimes you might lose weight fast, then it slows down, and it is good to allow for that. Maybe you can comment on that, Dr. You're muted, sorry.
Thank
Please
you very
unmute.
much.
Yep.
You can hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. To answer that question in terms of making sure that we lose weight in a balanced way, allow me to share this weight management guide by Neolife. It's something that maybe some of us even in the business have not really looked at, but it's very concise. It's around 20 pages, and I'm just going to go through some highlights. The first part is just talking about the commitment that you have, and I'm going to read it. I know often I compare you to what's on TV and in super Photoshop ads, but today I commit to having the strength to be my best. Yeah, that's right. Not anyone else's best, but my own. This world But this world tries desperately to make us feel unworthy and not good enough. But my self-worth isn't determined by others. I will celebrate both your toned and your squishy parts. I will work out because I love you, that is, I love my body, not because I hate you. I will give you the nutrition you deserve. Superior quality whole food nutrition. Human food chain nutrition because, well, I'm human after all. Sincerely, self. It's a nice way to start any weight loss management program, and it gives us testimonials of how people have managed to lose weight through Neolife, the Neolife products, and the support system. Like this gentleman called Chris Lott, which I won't go to. This lady, Katrina, lost over 29 kgs and 20% body fat on the breakfast pack. Then it goes to telling about you, giving you the example that it's your turn. After giving those examples, there's this quote by Winston Churchill that says, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts. Weight loss is not easy, and it may need you to fail a bit to actually get to succeed. So it takes a bit of time. And this is a weight loss program for life. Pro Vitality and Your Life, we have talked about it. And Your Life is designed to fuel your body with 18 grams of complete protein, 25 vitamins and minerals, and 5 grams of heart-healthy fiber. Neolife's glycemic response control technology supports normal blood sugar levels, sustained energy, and maximum fat burning. For maximum healthy weight loss, replace 2 meals a day with the Neolife shake. Pro Vitality contains powerful whole food nutrients to support abundant energy, antioxidant protection, heart health, immune strength, brain function, healthy joints, clear vision, and youthful hair, skin, and nails. We talked about the clinically proven benefits of Neolife Shake, where there's weight loss, reduced body fat and body size, lowered BMI and cardioprotective factors, and gives the ingredients. You also need the blender bottle to formulate it. And this is the guide that you can get. So basically, this is a weight management guide that goes into detail of the specific products and why it's important to try to use those guides. I'm going to go all the way to where you fill in. Yes, it's important to know where you are today. So as you start your weight loss program with Neolife, it helps you now you first record all those measurements: biceps, chest, weight, which Fred talked about, your thigh, your hips, your BMI, cholesterol, and blood pressure. And you set SMART goals because it's important to be very specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timed when you're looking at weight loss. How many? This is an example. To lose weight, 5 kgs, using the weight loss packs and 30 minutes cardio daily. Achievable healthy weight of the specific kilograms in 30 days. That's an example of being smart. Why is important? What is your motivation to lose weight? Are you trying to get a spouse? Are you trying to avoid diabetes or actually reduce your health complications due to diabetes, for example? And there's a healthy meal plan provided on this booklet, Fitness Made Easy, and food activity log to track your progress. This is the healthy meal plan where you take Neolife Shake and Pro Vitality 5 times a day, and your snack, a Neolife bar or Neolife tea in this case. It also shows how you can blend your Neolife Shake balanced meals. Now, all this is, of course, used in unison with probably your person in the gym, your fitness instructor. So it's not in a way to replace anything that you're already doing that is successfully helping you to become better at managing your weight, but is also making sure that you're losing your weight normally. Fred had asked about not losing weight at once, all at once, by using something like the Neo Life Shake and Neo Life Tea. You're making sure that that balance is maintained to the 1 to 2 pounds that we had talked to earlier. Remember, your healthy plate contains mostly of veggies, whole grains, a bit of whole grains and a bit of protein together with your fruits. All this is important because you need to have your balanced diet. This talks about a smoothie that you can make, Neo Life Shake recipes, because it's actually fun. Your weight loss should be fun. A smart guide on how to eat well, fiber-rich fresh fruits and vegetables, good carbohydrate drinks, condiments. So you can imagine if you're not already on this is all that you're missing. And then it gives you levels that you should either where you are. For example, if you live a sedentary lifestyle with little exercise, you could walk at least 10 to 20 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week, moderate to low intensity, with dynamic stretching at least 5 to 10 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week, etc. You remember the support system we had talked about? It's important to buddy up, overcome plateaus, stages that you feel that you are not doing anything, you're not losing weight, you're not gaining weight, you're not seeing the muscles that you hoped you would get. Stay hydrated, track your progress. And this is a good way to actually track your progress with the various elements of this weight loss program. And you can always add your notes should you want to add your notes. So remember, all this is together with whatever that you're doing that is already working. Provitality contains trenin, carotenoid complex, omega-3 salmon oil, and essential vitamin and mineral complex that can be taken daily to ensure that your nutritional requirements are met daily. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much. I think that document actually summarizes most of the questions that somebody would have about the weight loss program that when they embark on it. And friends, this document is available. You can actually get it. I believe it should be there in the back office where you can actually be able to download it and just get to see it. And you can talk to the person who invited you. They can get you this document. It can guide you on how you can be able to actually lose weight in a healthy way. And more importantly, keep it off and live a healthy lifestyle. So we have come to the end of our session. I want to thank you so much, Daktari, for your time, for sparing this time to be with us, for the preparation that you have done, for the wonderful, wonderful presentation. And I know the distributors on the call, the guests, the customers have really benefited from this. This recording will be available later today, so look out for it. The person who invited you will share it with you. You can be able to listen to it again, over and over again. I find that when I listen to something over and over again, I'm able to get nuggets which might have skipped me the first time round. And you're able to internalize the information. So you will be able to do that. Plus, share this information with other people. We're on the journey to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And we are doing so one person at a time. And remember, like Daktari said, you can join your life and become a distributor. You don't just have to be a customer. You can become a distributor, start buying these products at wholesale price, save close to 30% on each product. And as you lose weight, people will start asking you, what are you doing? and you'll start making money out of it. We have people on the call like like Ann Gao, who lost a lot of weight, and she was able to build a big business because of her weight loss journey. Mary Mango is a good example, and she was able to clear her arthritis through the products. So as you lose weight, people ask you, what are you doing? And that forms a basis for you to either make them customers or make them join and become distributors and work with you and join in the journey to change people's lives. So it is better to do it when you are inside than when you are outside. So ask the person who invited you, how can I be a member of Neolife like yesterday, so that I can start transforming my life even as I make some money on a part-time basis. Now, if you want to know more about the business opportunity, tomorrow in the evening at 8 o'clock, Pascal Olo will be here on this very same link, and he'll be talking about how do you make money with Neolife? How can you become rich? How can you become financially free? How can you live a lifestyle of international travel every year with Neolife? And that is going to be happening tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So don't miss it. Be here on this same link tomorrow at 8 p.m. for that very, very wonderful presentation. Plus, invite some friends along. You never know who might just get to listen in and get excited about the whole idea. Otherwise, it was great chatting with you. Next week, next Sunday, we will be having a physical meeting at the Hilton. Actually, it will be a health seminar that we'll be having at the Hilton Hotel in Nairobi. We welcome you to that particular physical meeting. Entries, I think it's about 100 shillings per person. We'll be having our director of product development who will be talking to us. And we'll also be having our vice president of Neolife, Southern and Eastern Africa. Will also be giving us a talk. So it's an event that you cannot afford to miss. Make a date to be here, to be at the Hilton Hotel next Sunday for that particular session. And because of that, we won't have this online health seminar. We will resume the week after and continue from there. But I look forward to seeing you next Sunday at the Hilton Hotel, where we'll be discussing more about the Neolife products and how they are changing people's lives. So otherwise, have a restful rest of Sunday evening. God bless you, and see you at the Hilton next Sunday. God bless you, and bye-bye. Thank you so much, Kevin.